Hi, my name is Richard Serber. I'm the CEO of Landis Salons. Landis Salons has 3 Aveda locations here in Salt Lake City, based in part upon the Aveda mission. Our mission at Aveda is to care for the world we live in, from the products we make to the ways in which we give back to society. At Aveda, we strive to set an example for environmental leadership and responsibility, not just in the world of beauty, but around the world. So as an Aveda salon, we believe in a holistic approach to life. So not only inside the salons, but out and about in the community, we've decided to host Light as Air.
My name is Jorel Walker, and I'm director of the Utah Office of Western Resource Advocates. We work to protect and improve air quality along the Wasatch Front. And what we do is give a voice to health professionals who understand the adverse impacts of air pollution. Their goal is to reduce emissions as quickly as possible. We participate, for example, in this process that comes up with a plan that shows how we're going to reduce emissions along the Wasatch Front. We also have challenged expansion plans at 2 refineries. For example, at the Holly refinery, the state approved a project that would allow 13 tons of additional hazardous air pollutants per year to be emitted into the air. The winter inversions are symptomatic of too much PM 2.5 or fine particulate matter in the air. Those concentrations exceed national health-based standards at an alarming rate, and by an alarming amount. Okay, so what that means is for 31 days, or essentially a month, that air pollution in our valley is incredibly harmful to everyone's health and the environment. It consists of very fine particles that get lodged not only in your lungs, but also in your brain and your heart. We have focused on industrial sources of air pollution because emissions from industrial sources are particularly toxic. They include heavy metals and other so-called hazardous air pollutants, which are so toxic that they're regulated in pounds instead of tons. But also the reason we focus on industrial sources is because that's where the state has the ability to reduce emissions. Now, cars are a source of air pollution. People can try to drive less, and that's an important thing to try to do. But if we're going to tackle this problem, we need to tackle it at the higher level. And so being involved in the public process is very important. Have your voice heard, demand from your leaders, demand from political leaders that we need emission reductions now.
Health is affected, the economy is affected, our pocketbooks are affected when we have bad air quality. And our air quality at times is gross. It is unacceptable, and there are things we can do about it. The nature of air pollution is it is within an airshed, which is a region, so it's not just a Salt Lake City issue. It's an issue for all of us who live up and down the Wasatch Front. And a lot of the decisions about air quality, because of the way the laws are set up, are made at the state and the federal level. So encouraging the elected representatives and state government, as well as us at local government levels, to do more to improve our practices and to support, whether it's through incentives or through standards that people need to apply. All of those things are what it's going to take for us to really make a difference. In Salt Lake City, I'm glad to say we are taking very aggressive measures within our city, both within city government and with providing our community with ways that help improve air quality. We are changing out all of our fleet and all of our vehicles to alternative fuel vehicles. We provide transit passes to all of our city employees. We provide incentives for businesses, and we help businesses change their practices to reduce the energy that they use. And when we're a state that is powered 90% by coal for our buildings, we need to do some things to change that. So it's a whole mix of things. I view when we take on something like air quality, it needs to be comprehensive from everything from how we design and construct our buildings and use energy in the buildings, to how we have people get around, to what we try to model in city government, and to how we help our residents and businesses do their share to help improve air quality.
My name is Wes Johnson. I am a USA Triathlon coach. I coach triathletes full-time. It's just so important for our athletes to have clean air, and it's been a problem here for us. I've seen a lot of athletes that have gotten sick.
When the air is super bad, it makes it really difficult. After a 5K this past year, I finished the race and I couldn't stop coughing, and I had the cough for about a week just because the air was so bad. So clean air is something that's really important to me as an athlete, and it's really beneficial to focus on it and focus on what we can do to improve it.
My inspiration behind the event for Light as Air was to hopefully give back to the community. We have a very unique opportunity to come together and to make some changes. I think that air quality is on everyone's mind, especially during the winter months, as a problem. We have a unique opportunity to be on the forefront of some really wonderful changes regarding this issue around the nation. It's time for all of us to really put ourselves in that solution mindset. Like, what is the solution? How can I help? My hope is that the audience will watch and be inspired by these dancers, be inspired by our community, be inspired to be part of the solution, and that they celebrate the fact that we live in such a great place with such great people.